Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here, and depending on whatever day you're watching this, this was videoed on Sunday, January 16th, with my son Thomas and myself. It was quite long. It was about a little over 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I've split this thing down so we talk about a number of things. So here's another segment of it. Enjoy if you wish, or skip around if you wish. Alrighty. It's like, really. Yeah, I have one of these. Mm-hmm. I just dearly love Great Lakes. I dearly love this. This is one of God's great beers on the face.
These guys make a fantastic product.
Well, they are, and this was their very first beer.
Yeah.
I was there that night in their first opening night of the pub there on the river 30-some years ago, when they unveiled this thing in pictures. And of course, I had to. Well, Brad and Kyle, that was when Brad was up there for his residency.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah, and Kyle was along, and that was it. Well, they were married. Let's see. Well, 30 years ago. Yes, they were. It
was 30 years
They
ago.
They had just gotten married, I think. Well, they got married on September 28th of 1988. So this might have been later in that fall. For some reason, Paul wasn't with us. On the other hand, it might have distracted Kyle. Well, no, Kyle was pretty much Paul impervious.
Paul.
Thank you. God bless her.
Cheers.
God
she was impervious to Paul.
Well, because she's impervious to anything that doesn't have anything to do with her. Because she's because she's like 98.7% of women.
Yes.
No, the remainder.
It's time for sweeping generalizations here on the Joe Kersey Hour.
I have met 25 or somewhere between 25 and 30 women in my life that are the most wonderful, finest, rational human beings on the face of the earth. Okay.
I've met 20, maybe 30.
Well, and I've met a lot of women. I've met a lot of my practice was dealing with women and taking care of them. And my mother was a woman. My sister's a woman. Some of my favorite professors in the history department at Ohio State were women. They all fine. But occasionally you run into. Why would. Well, in any case,
Burning River Pale Ale. Yes, sir.
Burning River Pale Ale. So anyway, so we went in there, and so I had a few. This was back in the day when when you're around Kyle, you have to drink yourself into like 1.2 millimeters of insensateness. To tolerate being around. So when I got down to that level, I thought I want to drink some more, but I don't want to have it sort of like mandatory, like a forced march insensateness drunk to tolerate this one. So I went out the front door. I just left.
Oh.
I thought
I just left.
I'm a big boy. I can figure out how to get home. Or back to their apartment. So I wandered up. There was like a slope. And I walked out, and there's a guy smoking a cigarette. And I didn't know whether he was a hustler or whatever. And I said, "You been in there?" He says, "No." He says, "It's too expensive for me." I said, "Well, it would be for me too, but I wasn't paying the money," which I wasn't actually. And although at that point I should have probably paid because I was making a lot more
You
money.
make a lot more money
I
than the
probably
poor
made a lot
guy
more
that was
money
the
than
resident.
Brad was. I'm sure I tossed in. Well, listen. Everybody pays when you were around that crowd.
Yeah.
You all pay one way or another.
Yeah.
And so he was smoking, and he said, "You want to smoke?" Ah, no, I don't smoke. I said, but doesn't bother me. I kind of like it. I like the smell. I really still do, actually. Not in the house, but outside. He says, "Who you with?" I said, a couple friends of mine. His wife's a bitch, huh? I said, "Yes." Yeah, isn't that the way? Isn't that the whole way? They just kept smoking away. That was it.
That was it.
So then I went back inside.
I was going to say, because there's no damn way you'd be able to navigate around downtown Cleveland.
Well, you have to go up, and it was like at that point, I don't know what it's like now, but at that point, you had to sort of like go in this construction site entrance to get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get down to the actual river.
Yeah.
Yeah. But boy, the food was good too. I mean, of course, the beer's unsurpassed, I think.
I've only been in there one time.
Well, you said it had changed greatly.
Well, I didn't know. I've only been in there once.
Okay, but from what you described, it sounded like it changed.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, of course, it was. At that point, it was.
Old news.
Well, not old news. I mean, they'd been around a while. When was that? So Dave. That was when Dave was working
At that joint
up
there.
in Cleveland, and Scott and I drove up to visit him. So that must have been.
I remember you telling me about this.
So that must have been like 2000.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah. So when we went in there, great. I mean, of course, when you go there, it's fresh, and the beer's. I mean, it's.
No kidding.
Fresh.
Oh, yeah.
And it's on draft. So I mean, of course, Is
it still open there? Well, Liz says it's moved.
It's moved now.
It's not closed, but it's moved.
Yeah, it's not down in the flats
Yeah.
anymore.
Which I think that was the essential part of the ambience because you could walk out and you could see all the barges and crap going by on the Cuyahoga. I mean, I thought that was essential part of the ambience. Yeah. Well, it's like these hotel riverside bars at the hotels in Vienna.
Yeah.
I mean, if this hotel were 300 yards up the hill, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
But you're down there and you can go down. Yeah. Night I was there, you had this huge windstorm and the waves are about like this high on the River Danube. And people go out on the deck, and their hats are blowing off and they're grabbing hold of the railing and clutching on each other. And, yeah, it's great fun. I didn't go out there. But
you had a good perch.
Oh, it was great, and then this guy, this Emilio guy, my reformed Christian friend, where we like talk theology. He came.
Was this the dude from California?
Yeah, the guy who worked for Rockwell. Yeah. Yeah, I should email. I intended to email him for Christmas, but I can still email him. And he was a good guy. His wife was fun. She liked to stage direct things.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, liked to stage direct pictures. Well, yeah, and it was a great thing too. As I said, the Australians and the New Zealanders liked me. They'd invite me. After about 6 days, they decided they liked me a little bit, but they decided after that they really liked me. So they'd always invite me to sit with them at dinner. I think if you're accepted by Australians and New Zealanders, that's a bit of a higher honor, I think.
Oi, Joe, come over. Have some food.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, that part of it was fun. Some of it wasn't fun at all. But I did it. I mean, it's an experience. It's an experience, yeah.
It's too bad some fat woman narked on you or accused of you being.
Well, she was delusional, and it became clear over the course of the rest of the trip that she was increasingly delusional. And I wasn't going to make an issue of it with this Erna dude. What's the point?
Right.
Yeah. He made a bad call. He ruined my trip in a way, but not hers.
Yeah.
Yes. As that's 1 out of 38. So, all right.
Oh.
Oh.